Your mum will sabotage your manhood. Your mum can't help it, you know? You're just a baby boy in her eyes. Even though that's a great thing, you know? Even though that's a great thing. Mashallah. That's a great thing, you know? She wanna take care of you, you know? She is making you a bitch! Actively. And here's the crazy part. Your mum wants you to become a man as well, but she cannot help making you a bitch. With a capital B. I'll give you a story, okay? Look at my channel. For about 3 years, well, honestly approaching 4, on and off, but mostly on, I trained the martial art of boxing. And in boxing, it sounds kind of crazy, but you kind of have to hit the guy and he's gonna hit you. And that's what boxing is, you know? The little old 15-year-old me started something quite dangerous. And guess what? I fucking love it. You know, the hard conditioning, the hard training. Shout out to my coach. I remember him being like very, very encouraging for me to spar very soon. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about it, gang. You know, like shit, shawty, like I don't want to get hit in the face, you know? He was like, look. This right here is gonna develop you, my boy. You know, that's what he told me. He said, look, the best time to spar is as soon as possible. Get, you know, some conditioning and get the fundamentals down, keeping your hands up, throwing that jab, and you're good to go. You're ready to enter the ring with like a reasonable person. So I was like, bet, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna do it. Just tell me, coach, like, what do you need from me? What do you need from me? He says you need a mouth guard. He says you need some headgear, and he says you need gloves that are at least 14 ounces, right? Because I had 10-ounce gloves at the time. I'm like, bet, right? A couple of purchases later, it's now like before the next boxing session, and this time I have all my gear ready. I just need to do one thing. You know, when you get like a new mouth guard, you have to like dash it in some boiling water, and then you have to like fit it into your teeth and shit. So as I'm doing that, I remember my mum like seeing the mouth guard and seeing like my headgear as well, and she just went into like a whole fucking she just flipped on me. She was like, why are you doing this? You know, like, this is when she really clocked like I was like boxing for real. When she heard it first, she kind of laughed and said, oh yeah, just make sure you don't fight. Now she sees that I wasn't fighting, but I was sparring, right? Which is basically fighting, simulated fighting. She decides to go on a full-on panic attack, and she just yells at me. Oh my god, bro, like just all hell broke loose, man. She's like, you're gonna fucking die. Blah, 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 blah. These guys, you're fighting grown men, they're gonna kill you. Bro, I'm just like I don't, you know, your mom's just yelling, you don't know what the fuck to say. You don't want to be disrespectful back, but you know what they're saying is just, you know, it's not useful. So I'm just standing there like fucking mewing in front of her and shit, just showing just fucking mugging my mom and shit, you know, and she's just yelling at me, just literally. I remember like vividly her telling me how I was going to die and how I'm gonna like get my brain like fucking, my brain's gonna start bleeding after I get hit a few times, which may or may not be true, but you know, type shit. Now here's some advice to anyone that's about to do something dangerous like a martial art or anything in general. Like say you're gonna join the army or some shit and your mom just goes on a full-on panic attack. Step 1, stand there and just fucking just mew in front of her, bro. Just don't say shit. Just like nod your head and just like validate whatever just validate her emotions. Like, oh yeah, 100%. And then you do it anyways, okay? Once you're a teenager, like, you need to remember, like, you have the body of a grown-ass man. When I was like 15, I still, like, that's around when I hit 6 foot and like I weighed maybe like 75 kilos. I'm a grown-ass man, okay? If this was a different time, nigga, I'd be pillaging villages and fucking fighting in wars and shit, okay? So for your mum to intervene and to really get up in your business when you want to do something that is clearly going to be beneficial, okay? Clearly gonna develop yourself. Like, obviously there are times to listen to your mum. You know, if you're about to do crack and your mum flips out and has a panic attack, she's the normal one that you are not, you know. And if you're standing there mewing with the crack the key to breaking away from your mum is to basically like respectfully, all right, because we should, even though like my mom personally pisses me off as well, but we do have to be respectful. She did carry us in our bellies, right? Like your mom, I'm talking about all of our mothers. We have to respectfully disobey her, right? And do whatever the fuck we were gonna do in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, your mom has to learn that you're growing up, you're a man now, you're gonna do whatever the fuck you wanna do, and you're gonna take the path. You're not gonna listen to her, you know? And anytime she flips out, you just give her like, literally, like, this is what I did, by the way, one time. Like, she flipped out on me again when I was going boxing, and she blocked the door as well. Genuinely, like, when I had my gear and shit, and she was just yelling at me, just yelling at me and shit. I just like nudged her out the way, like I'm taller than her and shit. I just nudged her out the way carefully, you know, used a bit of my man strength, just moved out the way, gave her a big kiss, and I just walked off. No, I will be honest, there are times where I failed at this and I've crashed down myself because she's got to me. There are times where, and I actually hate to say this, but there are times where I've actually yelled back at my mum as well, which is bad, but it's like, you know, it is what it is. It happens, right? Sometimes our mothers are too much and they make us crash out, you know? I can't mute all the time, guys. I can't be nonchalant all the time. I can't all the time. Sometimes she gets under my skin because my mum be saying some hurtful shit sometimes. The best way to do this is, again, mute, just mug her, you know what I'm saying? Silently, like, just be like, and then just give her a kiss and do whatever the fuck you were gonna do. Now, this was like the early stages of me going boxing, right? Like the first 6 months, she would always combat me. She would always try to stop me from going yada yada yada. I'd do it anyways. And you know what happened? This is the interesting thing, okay, about mothers. Once you keep on disobeying them, right, in a respectful way, and you just like keep on doing it and just letting them know that you're grown now, you respectfully don't care about, you know, what they're saying to you. Sometimes even the hurtful shit that they're saying. You just respectfully don't care and you keep your frame, they're gonna actually end up respecting you. And next thing you know, you find yourself doing the thing that they, you know, forbade you, or forbade, I don't know how to say, forbade you, whatever, doing, and you're doing anyways. Now, like, the restriction is up and they just stop getting in your way because they know you're not that little boy anymore, you know? You're just gonna start mewing if they start yelling. You're gonna very carefully, physically, like, say they get in your way, you're gonna just carefully move, or, you know, don't, oh, it's your mouth. Why do I have to instruct, like, because, you know, you have to be careful on how you influence people, but don't ever be violent to your mom. I think we all know that. But like, if she does some dumb stuff and like getting in your way or something, just nudge her carefully. Don't push your mom. Make sure she's safe, and then like try to kiss her and like give her a kiss on the forehead to let her know that you love her and that you're gonna be okay. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Your baby boy is gonna be fine, and just let her know that regardless, you're gonna throw yourself in the fire. This is about me becoming the man that I'm supposed to be, or that I've chosen to be. It's not about destiny. You choose what the fuck you're gonna be. Like, I don't know why so many like mothers have like this tendency to like make their sons weak, because you do realize like you're fucking over your own offspring. Okay, if like a young like teenage boy doesn't properly develop parts of his manhood, his masculinity, he's not gonna really be all that good in possibly getting a good wife. If you can't get a good wife, how are you gonna have grandkids? We do the things that we're supposed to do because in the end, we're gonna get judged by a different woman, right? Our future wives, and they're gonna see how much of a bitch we are. And if the mother already made us a bitch, guess what's gonna happen? After I'm done getting bullied by you, I'm gonna get bullied by my wife, right? Theoretically, if I just followed everything my mom said. And next thing you know, I am just a bitch all throughout, you know? My wife loses all respect for me. Maybe I won't be able to have kids, but maybe like in some extreme cases, like she cheats on me and I get cuckolded and I raise another man's kid. You see what I'm saying? You see how the mom weakening the son can lead to these like chaotic and insane situations that like real people, real men today in this world are actually like in. There are guys raising kids that aren't theirs. There are guys that are incapable of attracting girls because their moms literally like secluded them and fucking put them in the yard and didn't let them leave the yard and put bubble wrap them as if they're like some fucking little sped kid in the fucking house, doing nothing, not developing anything, not developing any type of aggression, just suppressing to the point where they're fucking useless. Who's gonna take care of you when you're an old lady? Mom, who's gonna take care of you? You know, who's gonna financially support you? Because I'm telling you now, the kind of son that listens to you and doesn't develop any parts of his manhood isn't really gonna be the best breadwinner. Making money takes a bit of aggression and takes a bit of, you know? You get what I'm saying? So, what we doing here? But yeah, fellas, be respectful to your mom. Give her a kiss, but understand, sometimes, bro, they're just gonna be crazy. It is what it is, bro. You know? It is what it is. Always give her a little kiss and do what the fuck you were gonna do in the beginning. Walk your own path, you know what I'm saying? If you have to be the fucking Sigma Wolf, bro, be the fucking Sigma Wolf. Like, if you have to like go alone for a little bit on some Sigma Wolf shit, fucking do it, okay? Don't ever let anyone tell you what you should do. You figure that out for yourself by sitting by yourself with your own emotions and staring at the wall. A bit of a funny video, I'm not gonna lie. I'm proud of myself. I made a funny video. Alright, I'm done. Hey!